Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 19 on Greenwich Valley Farm. So, boy oh boy do I have some story times for you today while we get this going. And as per usual in the game, guess what I've got to do? Switch off the damn blur. Every time I forget to do that. Granted, I was just coming in here to see where I wasn't actually planning on recording, but well, we're here now and I can record, so. First of all, let's get this going on courseplay. I know I did this last time, but the crop actually grew while we were waiting for our corn to be done, so might as well get this going again so it's on the next stage of fertilization. And generate course. And back. And I'm going to start it from here, purely because this hasn't got row crops on, it's going to destroy the crop if I drive it. So we'll let it do its thing. Hopefully it'll be okay without getting stuck everywhere. And we will go over to the cornfield. And oh, actually, was that full? I forget. Did we leave it and it was full? Almost. We actually need to dump this because we were going to sell it, but corn's ready, so more important. So, the story. Last night, it was getting on in time. It was around probably, what, 9 o'clock I decided to do this. I decided to look to see after, I forget who it was, I think it was Cuz in the live stream mentioned about switching off. Well, it's not switching off, but checking about updates. Maybe it's that the computer looking for updates that causes OBS to completely and utterly crap itself. So I went digging. I looked for updates manually because I thought, heck, after that, I was like, it was bugging me for the rest of the night. My computer's not updated for a long time, not that I've known about. So I did a search, come up with an error. Well, fast forward, damn near 2 hours from there. No word of a lie. In the registry looking at a corrupt registry file to the Windows Updater. How that happened, I have no idea. I do not play with the registry. I'm not even going to go into detail what the registry is because I don't want you guys going in there. It really controls the whole entire computer, and if you screw that up, your computer is done, usually, depending on what you're messing with. So I was doing a bit of digging in there, watching some YouTube videos. It seems it's not a huge common issue, but it seems common enough where there's actually quite a few topics on help for it, so it tells me it's probably a Windows update or something relatively simple that completely screws it. So anyway, do a bit of digging, try so many different things to get it working. Nothing seemed to be responsive, and one of the websites was how to download a repair tool for Windows 10, and it was a genuine Windows website, Microsoft website, so I downloaded that, threw that on my external hard drive. As I was on there, I saw a updater, so I could actually download the update for Windows 10, so I downloaded that. I did it while installing the basically bootable drive to my hard drive, my secondary portable hard drive. Well, the update worked flawlessly. Took a while, but it worked, and I can now update again by the looks of things with zero issues. It's not pop on error codes like it was before, so in theory it's done. However, creating that bootable drive, it probably said, and I just never saw it, I was not paying attention, I was too flustered getting the system to update, that it wiped my whole entire backup drive. Now, I don't think I had too much on there that was not already on my system, because I was keeping that as a backup drive, and I started to install games on there purely for the factor of running out of room on my laptop's internal drive, especially doing the YouTube stuff. But it was just, it was a kick in the teeth, because as much as it stopped, like I can update again, I've lost so much data. And the biggest part, like I say, it wasn't anything too crazy, but the biggest thing for me is the games that I had on there, like Forzas. The Forzas, for example, they take forever to download and install. We've got decent internet, so it's no biggie, but still, it's just like, frustrating. What a night. But the computer is fully up to date now, so in theory, we should be golden as far as that stuff goes, and hopefully that may fix the OBS thing. Maybe it was because the system was so out of date. I don't know how the actual update was for my laptop, but it's been a while since it's done a major update, and the update it did was one of the major ones. So I don't know. I kept on saying when I was saying to Jess about it what was going on, I'm glad I'm a person that actually knows my way around a computer that can deal with this, because most people with the limited computer knowledge that the average person has, they wouldn't know what they were doing, where they were going from there. They'd be done. So I'm glad on that one. T6 is done already? Really? No, you're not done. I wonder if it just drove around in circles going, I can't do it. Oh, it did. You can see it right there. So some of you... is it going to go now? I think it's going to go now. Some of you may be wondering, well, what would have caused that to do that? I don't know. I truly don't know. Truly have no idea. Anyway. Should have done this at the beginning of the video before story time. The Platinum link will be in the description as usual. If you guys wish to buy it through my affiliate link through Giants Software, the link is in the description. Helps me out, helps Giants out, and a benefit that I didn't think about until we were talking about it on TeamSpeak yesterday. If you get it from Giants, typically you get it around 11 o'clock UK time. So wherever that is in the world for you guys, basically it releases at 12 o'clock German time. So you'll get it slightly earlier as well if you get it through Giants. Steam releases vary. It could be midnight, it could be early hours of the morning, it could be late afternoon the same day, because who knows with Steam at times. So there are benefits of getting it through Giants. So if you guys so wish, I've had a few people get it through there already. Much appreciated. That's a commercial over and done with. I'm going to be pushing that one hard. Some of you maybe get sick to death of that one, but I'm going to try and push that one hard. In reality, it's probably one of the last DLCs that I know of, at least. Of course, we don't know any of the DLCs, but yeah, I think this one's going to be worth it, unless a John Deere DLC comes up. But there was an announcement recently, and it took us a bit to figure out where the announcement come from. We were thinking, are we just giving off rumours here? But Dave did the searching last night, and it was John Deere that said it themselves, with them coming into the FSL League. Oh, jeez. With them coming into the FSL League, they are going to increase the vehicles. So that was their words. Now that's when that's happening, I have no idea. I thought it was supposed to be around FarmCon, but obviously it makes sense it wasn't. The fact of class, although that wasn't a big shock. But who knows on that one? Who knows? Seems like there's a few people kicking off about, especially after now I've streamed, because this is Tuesday, I'm recording this, but this is going to be Thursday's video. I'm actually getting quite ahead, which is nice. A few people kicking off saying about there's no Lexians in the game. No, not in the game, but in the DLC. There are. If you do a simple YouTube search, I know, you have to search something. Oh, think of the children. If you do a simple search for the DLC, you'll find people actually recorded the presentation they did at FarmCon, and one of them, you can see a nice, shiny, huge class Lexion, the 8000 model. The brand spanking, shiny, new one. Now, knowing the farm sim community, well, that's not what I want. I want a 650, a 780. You get the gist, right? Community's never happy with what they get. So, who knows? Who knows if we will get the smaller Lexions? 35 pieces of equipment. Now, I don't know if that is 35 pieces of equipment just from class alone, or 35 pieces of equipment in that DLC. We were talking about it in TeamSpeak last night, and class as a whole, as a company, as a potentially, if that's just class equipment, that could be literally their whole entire range. Bam, done. Have at it. Which would be pretty cool. It would be nice to get companies willing to just throw all of the equipment that makes sense to come into the game. John Deere. But as far as class doing that, it definitely makes me consider sort of what Case No Holland going to do. Potentially John Deere are going to do the same. I'd love that. But same with the other brands, JCB for example. I would love to see more of the JCB equipment that they have. They have such unique equipment. It would be cool to see. Some of the stuff that makes sense coming into the game, some of the stuff that doesn't make any sense. But the teleskid, for example, that would be amazing. Honestly, the no skid steers to come into the game would be great. The tractors we've got, but the Lodal, hello, why haven't we got that in game anymore? That's just, well, anymore, I say at all. Number one selling, I believe it's the number one selling skid steer on the market. And it's not in the game? Come on now. And some of these companies are probably big enough where they can make the demands. From what I understand, Class, I might have been told at least how true this is, I do not know, but Class made some demands about some of the stuff they wanted to see if they were going to come to the game. They probably learnt from Cattle and Crops, to tell you guys the truth, and, well, FarmSim doesn't want to burn that bridge, so it makes sense for him to bow down to that one. That's another thing, like, now Class is confirmed in FarmSim. Cattle and Crops. What's going to happen to that? Class going to pull out their license? Maybe. There's a very possibility. Time will tell. If we see a update, and that'll be good night Vienna for Class from Cattle and Crops, and really that'll be good night Vienna from Cattle and Crops too, let's be honest. As much as I wanted to see that game succeed, they have, yeah, not done that at all. Which is a shame. It'd have been nice to see them actually be competitive with FarmSim, and competitivity makes stuff better, makes stuff different, and that's what FarmSim needed. And they had it, and it just seems like they've trumped them. And I don't think Cattle and Crops have the ability to come back. No ill will on any of those guys. Those guys have got a job at the end of the day. And people may go, oh, FarmSim's better. At the end of the day, what it boils down to, there's people in these offices trying to make a living, trying to support their family, whatever. That's their job. It's bigger than just a game. It's livelihoods, and it'll suck to see the game fail, and knowing the fact that those guys have worked countless hours just to see the game go nowhere. And at the end of the day, they're human beings at the end of the code. People forget that. So it would be nice to see them succeed. But in reality, what we've been presented really this whole time, not looking good. Not unless they pull something out their behinds. I really don't. It'd be interesting to see your guys' opinion on that one. Like now, classes with John Deere, geez, classes with Farming Simulator. I'm looking at John Deere, that's why I said that. And now that we're farm sim, what do you think is going to happen? I know a lot of people have been saying it's DOA, and I agree with that. CNC is DOA. But do you think Class will pull the license? If they can. We don't know the contracts, we'll never know the contracts. I personally think they will. But that's just me. I'll try and get this lined up perfectly for the rows. Alright, let's go over to the GPS. Auto width, AB line. I wonder if now Wobster's stopped. Oh no, it's not stopped, but Seasons is out now. If Wobster will do a bit more on the GPS. I hope so. I saw that today, being Tuesday, he pushed an update. Well, I say he pushed an update. Giants put through an update for manual attach. So he's obviously been working on that on the side. Now, Oakfield. This is another thing that's frustrating about losing all the info on that hard drive yesterday. Yesterday I spent a bit of time off camera, as I said I was going to do on Monday's live stream, and I'll just come off the course. Went through and did actually quite a bit of off-camera work, and recorded it. So I was going to do a little time-lapse thing of just doing some off-camera work there. Mix it together with some music and send it off. Yep, that's gone. Frustrating, but hey, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I could have had to reinstall Windows on the laptop, which yeah, I could have been down and out for a bit though. Really? I like how the header fills itself when it's really not. And if I harvest corn down here, is it going to fill the whole entire header? No. I want to get the stragglers. GPS on, header down. Oh, has this got an offset going on? No, it doesn't. Why is that so... That's really weird. Why? We had a perfect line down that one side and not on this. I just realised, I know this is the modded combine. I think it's the modded combine. Yeah, it is the modded combine. The pillar there, the gauges don't work. Strange. I'm gonna have to think of a different thumbnail, because last time it was this corn harvesting. I don't exactly want to do the same today. So this video is probably going to be slightly shorter. I need to have something to eat. What is it? 12:23, yeah. Go make something to eat, and then probably record over on Oakfield there. And that'll actually be the week already. Dang. Minus Truxin, which... New truck on Truxin that I've got. I don't know if I've used it yet. I want to say I may have. Okay, if that's going to miss another row, that's ridiculous. It is why? Corn headers. Oh, 6 meters. What's it got at 7? Yeah. Wow, why is it getting so big? There's going to be a partial line here, but it should be okay. We're done. Anyway, I digress. So, I've got a new truck in the actual proper profile. So I sold the Camworth, was it T800? Something like that. Now, that was the triaxle. We've got another Camworth, which is a K100E, I think. It's basically the old school cab-over truck. But it was up on the SCS forums. Downloaded that a little while back, gave it a look-see, and it was really nice, actually. It was beta. And now they've put it up on the Steam Workshop, so I've got it on there, and it's got the heavy haul axle now, which is, you guys know me. So I've got that, and it's a really nice truck, actually, detailed. It reminds me of quite a lot of the Mac Model R inside. Just the way the interior looks so clean and nice. It's old school, but scratches my itch of a cab over. So we'll probably end up running that at some point. Now I haven't said anything yet, and I'm actually going to keep it hush for now. For now. I'll probably end up breaking at some point, but Thursday or Friday, I don't know yet, but me and Jess are going on a little trip to see somebody that I've not seen yet. For a while, actually, since being here. I'll give you a hint. There's the hint. You're looking at it, and it's not Combine. So, give you that hint. Hopefully, I'll be able to have a go on there. But we'll see. So, hopefully, that'll happen. I'm not too sure. Depends if we can make it work out. And there will be possibly video. Hasval. It's 6 meters, but it actually needs to be like 6'1", maybe. Too much. Six one was my original. Yeah, 6'1" is what it needs to be. Perfect. Might as well empty. Wait. Where is it? Oh, how's this thing? Is that 100% now? Yeah, still missed a few spots. Jeez. I think it looks horrible, actually. Alright, stop driver. Nuke the course. Yes. Fire it up. Oh, it's gonna pay me. I think it's gonna die. Oh, it's not. Because it's so young. Yes. Was that actually? Oh, 50%. Sweet. Alright, get that go. And course generation 33. Headland passes 1. I wonder if they've changed the corn texture. They probably haven't, eh? Doesn't look like it. wonder if the gearing, if it's the gearing on this thing, but it just does not like a heavy load. But then, 31 odd ton, you're not expecting the tractor to take off like a damn rocket. Actually, that could be the thumbnail right here. Something clean. Actually, I like that. Oh, good line though. And we are full. Oh, we will be after this. There we go. Full. Also, thanks to the guys in the stream, I was made aware of a line of text in the XML, game XML, that you can, or game settings XML that you can change. So, you can go further away from your machine. Well, you can stay away longer from the machine before it shuts down. I didn't realize it was based on a timer, which is awesome. So thankful about that, because you guys know that wound me up. And if that's an option in the game settings XML, why is that not an option in the game to be able to adjust that? Don't make much sense there, if you ask me. Yeah, it's heavy. It's feeling it. What are we, 38 ton combined with the front weight, everything. Adjust the tractor, actually, we'll drop the front weight to see. 36 ton combined without the front weight. And with this, well, it levels it out, so probably needs it. What weight block is this? It's up there. Oh, 2.3 ton. Yeah, I probably don't need a 2 ton weight, but I don't know. You're pulling something, so I don't really know if you would run a front weight pulling a trailer like this, honestly. Speaking IRL. If it's heavy enough, you probably would, because, well, a tractor like this, it's got the coil sprung suspension. I think these still have coil sprung. May actually not be coil sprung anymore. Probably hydro, looking at that. But yeah, a tractor that's got front suspension like this, probably auto level anyway, IRL. But would you run a front weight? Let me know. That's probably just opened that up to a whole can of worms of my father's granddad's sister's brother-in-law's 25 removed used to do it like this. So you're doing it wrong. You know how it goes. To me, I would run a front weight. You don't want it nose high, but then if you could alter, like I said, if you could alter the angle. Power. This tractor does feel underpowered. For what it is, it does feel underpowered at times. Like I said before, I probably should have the 8000 on here, which I may trial the 8000 on here and swap it out on Oakfield. Right now, I temporarily last night bought to do that recording, the John Deere 7R, just because I've never used it in game yet. So I bought that. I am in two minds whether just to sell this one on Oakfield or get the bigger JCB, which a few of you suggested to do. Which, yeah, valid point. Could go down that route, just to keep it a bit different. It's one thing that people get really wound up with on the YouTube stuff is if you use very similar machinery all the time, which you're bound to at the end of the day. It's just nature. You're going to use the same machinery that you enjoy using. But if it's not what they enjoy using, oh, no. Can't be doing that now. So I try and diversify where possible and still use the stuff that I enjoy using. Honestly, let's be honest here. With me, as much as I like John Deere, I could probably have a John Deere fleet and not bat an eyelid. For the most part. Probably still have a couple of certain tractors in there. But I try and change it up so it makes sense. Like this map, I think I hit a good balance of stuff that you'd probably see in the UK. And just generally decent machinery. Oakfield, I've pretty much got that dialed as well. For the size of the farm, I definitely could do with some more horsepower. Wheeled horsepower of that. I've got tracked horsepower, but I need wheeled. Hence where I may get this. Because I never use this series. And someone else said, I think it was Gav? I think it was Gav. Was saying that he's never seen me use much of the Vultures. Again, valid point and completely right, so I could go down that route too. There's so many routes that I could actually go down that I just don't use that often, and sometimes I need to be reminded of that. Nothing against those brands, it's just I typically stay to the ones I enjoy using. And JCB is British. Yeah. As far as I'm aware, they're still made in the UK, so kind of like to support them, show that. I've always liked the fast tracks too, so to be fair, I've always liked JCB. I think if you've grown up as a kid, most kids always associate with JCB, and you will probably always will. So I may go down this route. And the reason I go for the fast track is 4-wheel steer. But I need the horsepower. Alrighty, so that's probably where we'll call it quits for today. Lots to take in a minute. I think I will go down this route. Sell the other one, get rid of the other John Deere, and get this. I think that's what I'll do. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to make myself something to eat, and we will be back tomorrow for Oakfield Farm, where we'll probably swap out these tractors. So until next time, catch you guys later. See ya.